Can you hear me, Joey? It's going good. Can you hear me? Perfect. I'm sure you can see what I'm actually doing today. So this engine, this is the engine that's in the... You sure you recognize this one? Should I turn the music down? Is it too loud? Okay, perfect. Hey, Compass. How's it going? All kinds of music is my thing, Joey. Everything. I listen to all kinds of shit. Oh, I'm gonna have to change that fuel line. That's right. This I love these LST tires. They're my favorite. I got them on a few of my kits. And they're just the best. They handle well. I got a few sets of these wheels and tires, and I put them on all kinds of stuff. But they're my favorite, and they wear like iron. We'll give it a few minutes and see who else joins us. It's still only 2 minutes after. I do appreciate you guys coming. I know it's late for you, Joe. Just a quick rundown on what we're going to do. I have had this SH.28 for a little while. I broke it in a Hot Bodies Lightning buggy, but the buggy, it was a little bit too much for the buggy, and I had to put some goofy shims underneath of it, and it was super fun, but I just kept trashing stuff in the buggy. So I'm gonna put this back in the truck, or put this in the truck. I've never had it in the truck, and so it should be fun. So this 5.9 that's in this thing, it's a great engine, but it's kind of a boat anchor. Sorry, I've had this annoying cough that's been driving me nuts for weeks. Yeah, I'm sure if you guys ever look back into my YouTube videos, you'd see this engine being broke in my Hot Bodies Lightning buggy, because I bought this brand new. I just figured this was a good engine to premier because it is a truck engine anyway. So if people are looking for a cheap option for a truck, this is a cheap engine. I think it's under 200 bucks US. Over there. We'll give people the old meeting rule. If they don't show up in another minute or so, we'll get started. We'll start ripping into it. I mean, unless you guys wanted to see a different project today, I figured this was a good one. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the 5.9 yet. The best performance I've ever had out of the 5.9 was actually when it was in the Truggy, believe it or not. It was super fun in my jam Truggy. Hey Rings, thanks for coming. Oh, you have an MGT question. Would you like to answer it before we start? Oh, okay. When you were into it, did you adjust that second speed clutch too much? It's actually a lot looser than you think it should be. The other thing is you need to be able to put power down. If your truck's bogging like a bugger, it actually won't shift in a second. It's got to actually be making power. Because the way those transmissions are built, if it's really, really rich, it'll never shift in a second. Oh, yeah, but you think about it with a drill, you're probably spinning a lot more RPM than you are from your clutch belt, right? So I would back it off a bunch more. Like when you have it apart, if you're just flicking the clutch shoe, it should just be enough that it holds it in flat when you have it apart. Oh, right on. Tell D I said hey too. Yeah, I can see that too. Here, let's see. Hold on. Happen to have a complete MGT transmission. Look and see where that clutch adjustment is. There it is there. Grab a flashlight and see where it's set to. You know that screw is damn near flush. Inside there for the adjustment, so it's not very recessed. Maybe one or two threads below flush. And the other thing is you got to be careful of when you're in there. There's two screws. One holds that clutch assembly to the shaft, and the other one holds is your spring adjustment. So if you're backing off the wrong screw, the secondary clutch will actually spin on the shaft instead of shifting. I've fucked that one up before. you have a team associated with an Axial, that's all right. Compass, I got my my other 8.0 actually came with an Axial 3.2 or 0.32, and it was great, but I fucked up and the back plate came loose. That was the end of that engine. I toasted her. MGT parts are worth gold, man. I'll tell you. We'll get started. This is actually a Savage air filter. They work really good on the MGTs. This engine actually that's in this truck actually came from Joe from England, because we were going to do a speed comparison, and it never got a chance to happen because Joe's got stolen. So this has the optional side exhaust that makes a super good add-on, because it takes it from behind the truck and puts it in front, which makes it a lot better for everything. It doesn't slobber all over the place. Puts all this stuff down underneath. I actually have the part numbers for it too, if anybody's interested. Everybody can comment on my screwdriver. I like this one. I made this. This is a regular Allen key, and this is an old square-headed Robertson screwdriver, because it keeps me away from the buggy, or like for trucks and stuff. Because there's a few screws that you got to reach through the truck to reach things, especially on T-Maxes. So this lets me reach right through shock towers. You know. Kind of like a farmer thing, I guess. You just take and you weld shit together, make stuff work. There. Move the slobbering mess out there. Move that over there. Yeah, like I said, I have the MIP one. It's right here. But for these MGTs and stuff, I kind of like that one. Yes, I think this one is cut. You know what I think? Yes, this one is cut. My other one is not. So this actually still has the vented flywheel from one of my older trucks. So this one we do have to swap the clutch over. Now, anybody that builds one of these MGTs, my one word of advice as well is to flip the screws around. Everybody always sees them, they come from the top down this way, and the nut is an absolute prick to put in there. So my advice is always flip it around the other way. It just makes everything so much nicer. Well, you did hack yours, Joe? I wasn't sure if you ever did or not. I know we talked about it. I know you didn't want to. So you see, if you flip the nuts around, this is way easier than the other way. You're welcome, Compass. Just little tricks. If anybody that wants to mess with these old MGTs and stuff, some of them are a little cranky. This thing was pretty slobbery. So anybody that wants to put one of these 5.9s in their kit as well, that you have to polish the inside edges of the engine mount like that, because there's not enough width between here to put this thing in there. Like, it's just not quite wide enough. So we're not going to put this, this is an 18 tooth bell. We're going to actually go with a 15 on this one because of this engine. I was trying to get it to have more torque and stuff because it's supposed to make big torque, and it wouldn't rev right out. So I was trying to get it to maximum performance I could get out of it. So I had it, and I was using the 18 tooth bell on it, and it worked okay. But like I said, it was no screaming hell, that's for sure. Need a screwdriver. Everybody's favorite, clutches. You guys will probably cringe at how I do this, but this is how I do it. Old engine, new engine. I have yet to, I have the clutch pulling tool and everything else, and I know I should use it, but it really, if you give it a nice quick crack, I only use this little wee jeweler's hammer. I won't use anything bigger. This is actually, and then these little jeweler hammers are super handy. And then if you want to make it a soft blow hammer, you just put one of your little tits over the end of it, and then bam, it's a soft blow hammer. But this is perfect for putting in like suspension pins and things like that. It's all I use. It works just fine. Yep. That's what happens when you be a mechanic long enough, Rinks. It's same for me. I feel you. Fat fingers. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's better. We ended up putting that, just so you guys know, anybody that watched the last live, I put that GRP engine in my friend's buggy yesterday, and man, I'll tell you what, that is just a machine. There we go. Good to me. You guys see that? Nice and free. Very little end play. It's pretty good. Now, it actually works, that flywheel, that fan flywheel. It's surprising, but it does make a difference. You use the gasket. Schmutz out of there. What are your guys' plans for the rest of the weekend? I know it's Sunday. Weekend's pretty much trash. But Sunday's always a fun day to run some stuff. I know Joe ran that super cool Hyper today. I love that thing. I think it's more of a buggy than a truggy, which makes me like it even more. Because I'm a buggy guy. Yeah, sleep. You guys still hear me and see me okay? I was wondering because I've ever actually done one of these things with buggy and truggy all the same to me. Yeah, I know, Joe. I know it's not usually your thing. I know you're a monster truck guy. But I don't know. I like the buggies. They fly straight. I'm surprised you don't like the buggies more because you like the skate parks and stuff like that because they tend to fly so nicely. They're super fun that way. I find monster trucks spend half their time on their roof. To me, anyway. Now this is super, you gotta be super careful with this exhaust gasket on these MGT pipes. You gotta give her the big wiggle jiggle when you put it on there, otherwise it'll pinch that coupler. It does not have much room. There. Well, Joe, if you ever decide you want to do buggies, you let me know. I'll hook you up. I do recommend the Hyper 7. I know you like Hypers, and the Hyper 7 is an amazing buggy. Just about bomb proof. Yeah, the truggy is bigger than the buggy for sure. I like the buggy more than a truggy, but I do like a overpowered truggy. Right? If you take a truggy, like I got a Jammin' truggy with the big red in it, and it's super fun. Jeez, I almost got that the first time. tight. Oh, perfect. Put that on before I forget. Goes nice and tight. Exhaust. I'm sure there'll be a point where I'll probably start buying more truggies, but right now I kind of am still pretty smitten with the buggies. There, exhaust is back on. Fuel tubing is back in there. Fuel tubing is back on there. Yeah, you're right, Joe. We all go through phases. Yeah. We could always do that, Riggs. Start the MGT transmission exchange program. You send me yours and I'll send you this one. So that looks pretty good. Air filter. I'm gonna go get a zip tie. So, anybody that wants a little tip for doing zip ties, if you put your pliers on there and just pinch it close to the knob, and give it a turn, just squeeze it gentle and give it a turn until you'll feel it tighten, and then just trim it off. The MGT transmission is pretty solid. The one thing that I know that I've had blow up on the MGT transmission, there's a reverse gear, like a pilot gear inside, and when it shifts in and out of reverse, and I had one that the servo fucked up and it shifted it in reverse in under full load, and just grenaded that gear, and then it just ate the entire transmission. It was my fault because I didn't set the gap properly. It was many moons ago. There it's in now. How many people we got? 5 people. So what do you guys want to? Do you want to fire it up? See how it runs? I haven't fired this up for a while. The Pro 46 is a good engine for sure. You want to fire it up? Okay, I'll have to move the camera and whatnot, but because I don't like firing stuff up on the table. It makes a big mess. And then we'll sure that's still. Looks like I'll need to adjust that just a smidge. Just so the throttle trims back. It could be. I've had that before, Rinks, especially if you think it's not. Just roll into the throttle super slow. Like just go nice and gentle and then listen to it. I had a Savage like that and I was messing with the linkage thinking that I was not going into second gear, but it was shifting out of first so fast that it would just make a big mess. Like it would, and then I got my shift points so fucked up. Just a sec. Hi, Poppy. Sorry, my dog coming to check on me. All right, let's move the camera to the stand. Okay, there's my test stand. Cool, I guess I need a battery for that thing. Hold on. My hump packs are all in the other kits, so I'm just gonna stick this one in the hole for now. When I go to run it, I'll put a better battery in it. Perfect. Thanks, Compass. I appreciate that. Okay, get this done out. I'm trying to remember what fuel I ran in this engine last as to where the tune is. I think I'm just going to stuff 20% in it just to get it going. I will say one thing, if this engine runs like it did last time, it started so easy before. Should be good. My nice warm shop. You miss your K5? Yeah, I've had quite a few K5s. I like the K5 is one of my favorites. They have gone ridiculous price range. I've probably had 40 square body Chevys. I won't put too much fuel in it for testing. Okay, give her the primage. Oh, right in there. through when that glow plug. You booger. Seems okay. It may still be too rich. We'll see. As soon as it hits second gear, it dies. Either it's lean or it's rich. We'll get it. There. Got it. Sounds like it's going to be pretty good. I'd sure appreciate it if whoever's watching could hit the like button. I know I normally never usually ask for that, but I see I've only got 3 likes on my end so far. Massive. Hey, puppy? Hmm? Yes, yes, I do. Hey, Joe, this is the shock oil I was telling you about. This is a 45 weight Team Associated stuff. It, uh, it, it's, like I said, it's not a whole lot different aside from like some additives and shit in there, from like engine oil. So. Hey Michael, how's it going? Thanks for coming. We were just working on this MGT. I swapped the engine just as a highlight. Um, just we took the old, I had an F 59. I took out of here and put my SH 0.28 P3 in there. Um, and I'll tell you what, so far, just on the test stand, it seems pretty impressive. You ordered the Team Associated one? Did you order the 45, Joe? You said you did order the 45? This one? It's funny, you know, I've got all kinds of different ones. I also got 30. So Joe, what I was mentioning before about the center diff, when I mentioned it on your video today, these are the oils you'll need for the. Oh, you ordered 50. Okay, perfect. This is a good one for the center diff. It's a 7,000 for the center diff, and this is a 500K. So this stuff is pretty bloody thick. And then you can go all the way up to 20 million, or what I tend to use is the 1 million. If you want to, if you just use it for bashing, 1 million is awesome. But it has the consistency of Play-Doh. Like you can see, it's pretty thick. Like it's not thin by any means. This is basically locks your center diff solid almost. It does it, but it makes it, if you're running it just as a basher, it locks all four wheels just like you have a transfer case in four-wheel drive. So it works pretty good. Like I said, I'm not a racer, so that's what I use. Well, I don't like the earplug trick. I've tried it. I even tried chunks of silicone fuel tubing and everything else. If you spend the few bucks and buy the right stuff, it's literally it's like 20 bucks for that shit. And once you put it in there, if you especially if you use the 20 million stuff, or the 1 million stuff, that's the Traxxas stuff. And it works perfect. And then your center diff never leaks again. It works excellent. Like it, and you don't have to fuck with it ever again. But if you go put the silicone plugs in there, yes, it works. Don't get me wrong. You got to get the right silicone plugs, but yeah. And if you're doing it on your own track compass, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The only nice thing is if you are trying to race like a buggy, the if you have it a little bit more primarily front wheel drive, it doesn't spin out on the track. So the thicker your oil you go, the more direct drive you have between the four wheels, right? So if you go with a thin oil like a 500,000 or 7,000, um, it'll still like be 60% front, 40% rear. So then the thicker you go, the more it becomes even, 50-50 across the board, right? So I, I would, if I was you, Joe, I would get the 20 or the 190. And then when you take the center diff apart, flush all that crap out of there. Because sometimes guys don't know any better and they'll just fill it full of grease. Like straight up, they'll be like, oh, I was supposed to stuff that full of grease. And it works, it won't blow up, but it won't work right. It won't do what it's supposed to. So it's a bit of a bitch, right? So, and I mean, fuck, the other thing you can use is molly coat. Now I know we had this discussion uh, on one of John's lives, on the Nitro Addictions lives. So we talked about molly coat and O-ring. And anybody that watches Nitro Talk with Todd, this is basically just molly coat, aka Vaseline, which works really well for your carb O-rings, and it does not fuck with the rubber content in the O-ring. So I made this little container. Obviously, everybody has Vaseline kicking around somewhere, especially if you got little kids. And then just take a little tub of it, put it in the shop, and then use it for your O-ring. Works excellent, and does not degrade the rubber. I don't know if they even let you on a real track with a monster truck compass. Like I know the ones in around the cities around me, like in Calgary and whatnot, they won't they won't even let one on the track. Yeah, petroleum jelly, same thing. So anybody that wants a quick, I did do a longer video a long time ago about a center diff service. So anybody that does follow my channel, have a look and go back and look. And I did a big long explanation on oils and how to service the center diff and how to service your end diffs and whatnot and what you should do and whatnot. And it works. It works perfect. Yeah, I use molly coat for that stuff too. I tend to use straight up uh, wheel bearing grease for transmissions. This is just a tube wheel bearing grease. Should last the shop or the RC part of my shop for an eternity when I build a transmission. And then the key to any of these RC transmissions is not a lot of grease, like just a little bit of grease. That, and again, that oil is just, that grease is just a EP2 non-synthetic wheel bearing grease. Yeah, Todd is the god, the engine god. If I have an engine that I can't get to work right, that's the guy I talk to. Him or Luke. Luke is the Traxxas god. Anybody that has any dealings with the Traxxas engine that doesn't run with his shit, Luke is the guy. I had one of my JATOs where the piston was in backwards, and when I bought it, and it would run like a piece of shit, but it would run. And finally, I figured out that it was Luke was like, I think the piston's in backwards. Took it apart, sure as shit, he was right. I sent a picture of an engine to Todd one time, that the engine was I was having all kinds of problems with it. It wouldn't idle right, would do all this other stuff, and I'm still pretty new in the hobby, and I'd sent it to him, and I was like, hey, what do I do with this? And he took one look at the picture and says, your piston's smashed. I said, pardon? And I looked in the exhaust hole, and I'm like, huh, he's right. I took it apart, and he was right. There you go, Ring. You go in the stadium truck end of it. That would be fun. But anybody that decides to go with this SH .28, again, that's what it looks like. I got it off of AMA. They're literally like 160 bucks US. They're cheap, but they are an absolute prick to break in. I'm not gonna lie. It was the crankiest thing ever. Maybe it'd be different if it wasn't the fucking winter when I did it, but All right, Joe. Talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming because I know it's late. So I know it's 10 o'clock there now. So this truck, after this live and stuff, I'll probably take and run this truck in the street and do some tuning, and then I'll make a separate video of this truck actually running. If anybody's interested in the follow-up on it. Set it over there for now. What radios do you guys all run? Spectrum. So I stumbled onto these. These are RadioLink radios. Lots of guys. They're a cheaper radio, but I have tried the Spectrum ones. I have a few Spectrum radios and whatnot. I literally have over half of my collection running on 2 radios now. These 4G or 4GS radios are really good radios, and they're really tunable. They're not expensive. I think this radio new is under 200 bucks, and the receivers are cheap and they're super easy to bind. They're like 25 bucks a receiver, and I love it because it's got, like, it gives you warnings on, like, if you get too far away. You can actually set it for audible alarms. It'll tell you each kit in the top of the corner. You can program in whatever name you want. It has all the menus, so you can set everything. It is a 5-channel radio, so you can set up anything you need to. They're not super expensive. You can buy them on Amazon, which is a nice thing, especially because we live in buttfuck nowhere. So the receivers are, like I said, are cheap and they're easy to get. This radio, I think, is running 7 or 8 kits. My buggy radio is running literally the entire wall of buggies. I think they'll run up to 30 kits per radio. So, like I said, my goal is to eventually have my entire buggy set running off the same radio. I do recommend them if anybody decides that they want to try one. The transmitter, like I said, the transmitter itself is I think about 120 bucks, give or take a bit, and then the receivers are about 25 to 30 bucks a piece. So not ridiculous for sure, you know. This, my recommendation is for sure. I've tried the back in the day. I used to be Futaba, but it's the Futaba stuff. It's gotten priced ridiculous now. Even the receivers are expensive. So. You have 40 nitros now? Sweet. Good job, Compass. I just rolled over 50 myself. My goal is my goal, ultimate goal is to eventually. Hey, HBI. I'm good. My goal eventually is to try and, like, for the buggies, that's what I'm concentrating on right now. I'm trying to get kind of one of every make. So I'm getting there. I've only got a few left to get, and then I'll get there. I'm missing an associated one. I'm missing a Mayako, I think it's called, and a couple other small ones that I don't have yet. So I'll get there. The Traxxas transmitters aren't bad. The digital ones, the analog ones, suck balls. I'm not gonna lie. They will screw you over. I got a weird problem with one of my Revo one. It just goes out of range all the time, and then the truck just stops. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one. I've tried batteries, I've tried all kinds of different shit, and it doesn't seem to make any difference. So not sure what's going on with that one. DX5 can run 250 receivers. Yeah, I have the DX5. I think the DX5 is what's on my Losi 10T. I just find some of them are really tough to navigate through the screen. It's just not as user-friendly as you think it should be, you know? Did you guys want to fire something else up? I see I got 6 people watching now. I agree, Compass. Stock radios are alright, but a lot of the new stock radios aren't bad now. A lot of the new ones are Spectrum radios. I've never looked at the Radio Master stuff. I read a lot of the reviews on the RadioLink stuff. And me and my friend run lots of stuff, and we tend to like the RadioLink stuff. Fire up something, you've got a lot to choose from. What do we want to run? What do we want to run? What do we want? I'm looking something. Decision. Okay, I grabbed something. You guys said fire something up. This is a Hyper 7 TQ with a LRP 0.32. So, needless to say, it's grossly overpowered. But it's fine. It has the JP1 pipe. It has Proline Dirt Hog wheels. The engine mount and everything is custom made by yours truly. So it's a super fun kit. That's why I grabbed it, Compass. I know you love LRP. That's why I was like, what could I grab that he would like? Put this bad boy over here. Put it on the test stand. I gotta go grab a radio for it. Alright. Change the radio. Model, enter. Mugen, DBX, hot bodies, Offna 30. Hot body, DBX. 20. LRP Offna. There it is. Exit. There. You do need a Nitro Buddies are the best, man. I'll tell you what. You kind of need one. Or you meant you need a Nitro Buggy. Oh, Nitro Buddies are good too. Let's spin you guys around. This one I know is tuned for 30%. Oh, battery's not dead. Nope. You got 2 Nitro Buggies, Compass? I got, Jesus, hold on a sec, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 Nitro Buggies. If you don't count the 10T or the truckies. Got me some 3010. Oh yeah, and I got the one on the ceiling. That's a monster truck. Yes, I can get VP. I have VP as well. If you look, that's VP. I keep it marked. I like the VP stuff. It's good, but I just find that it gets a little bit. The VP stuff is. I find it's a little bit different tune. Sorry guys, I'm there. Make sure I'm still looking at the right thing. Preheat. This one's actually really good. I don't really find I need to preheat this one much. For the most part, it starts pretty easy. But I will say, and I'm sure Compass can probably attest to this, the LRPs really like to be primed well. If you don't prime an LRP properly, it will be the biggest bitch on the face of the earth trying to get it started. So, do yourself a favor, prime it well, or you'll pull your guts out and tear your skin off your fingers. Try that. Prime. you guys figure? Should we do some shop donuts? There. What do you guys think of that? I'll move you back around. Hopefully nobody gets motion sick if you're moving around like this. I think I'll leave the big door open for a minute. Just to air the shop out a little bit. Like I always tell people, my collection is completely runnable. Anything on that shelf. I love that buggy. It's so much fun. That is the one thing I will give. I know you guys are big advocates of the VP stuff, and I will say the VP stuff runs good too, but it doesn't. It definitely does not smoke like the Sidewinder stuff, and so I find it's a little easier to see your tune. You can see what beautiful day it is outside. See my fat fingers in there. Sorry. So leave that door open for a minute. The LRP 0.32 is pretty much the only big block I would really recommend for a buggy. is the fact that it has such a high RPM range. So it's still super fun in a buggy. You like lots of smoke in your neck, right? Well, I let you know you're not running and lean. Sorry guys, close the big door so I can let my dog in. Just so she doesn't think that I'm abandoning her. Big baby. Not baby. What time is it? 3:30. So I've been going on for an hour and a half now. These buggies, like I said, I did my friend's conversion as well. The big thing is with these, if you put the pull start on them, you gotta make sure you lift the engine up. But other than that, I used to work night shifts at the mine quite a bit, and I did for probably well over a decade. And man, I'll tell you, I don't miss night shifts at all. Got that right, Compass. Every day above ground is good. Damn straight. But yeah, I racked my brain to try and figure out what to do for this live, and then when I did it, and I picked that MGT to do the engine swap in at the beginning of the live, and it went a lot faster than I thought it was going to go. So it went good. I'll probably hang out for another few minutes. I see we only got 4 people watching now. People are starting to peter off and enjoy the rest of their Sunday. So I'll probably head out soon and go run some nitros myself. Probably finish off the rest of the tank in this one, just to have some fun. And I'll do some test and tuning on the MGT, and probably listen to some more tunes and have a good rest of the afternoon. You going to the track, right? Hey, who won in the order? Did you put a video out for who won the speed challenge, Frank? I know I didn't, which is all good. Oh, 1 week to go left? Oh, sick. Oh, so there's still a week to go, or is it over? I heard somebody hit 58 miles an hour. Or runs to the 31st. Awesome. I'm hoping my dog didn't dig any more holes in the backyard while we were filming this video. We probably did. Probably didn't dig any more holes in the backyard, did you? I think I'll probably give her the 5-minute countdown there, fellas. First place, 55 miles an hour. Second sitting at 52. Man, that's fast for a monster truck. They make a stuff HPI that works really good on fuel tanks. All the other shit, no offense, gets eaten by fuel. This stuff, JB Weld plastic bonder, it works. You got to give it the cure time, but it works, and it works well. Yeah, you can get it at, I think I bought it at an auto parts store. I would try it there. It works really good. Like I said, make sure you mix it, squirt it on a piece of cardboard or something, mix it up really good, and then put it on just like regular JB Weld, and then give it let it cure well. So wash the tank and brake clean, clean it up real good, and then that shit works well. It's been on that Acme buggy for 3 years now. I heard, hey, Doug, talk to you later, buddy. We're probably going to end this here shortly anyway. I do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me this afternoon. I'm gonna start doing these every spread the word. I'm gonna start doing these 2 o'clock on Sundays every week that I can, and hopefully we can share some information, have some fun, swap some engines. If you guys send me a message or something, if you want me to, there's something in particular you want me to do next week, let me know. Maybe Rings, if you don't get your transmission sorted out by then, maybe we'll tear one apart and we can go through it together. If you don't get it sorted, and then we can compare adjustments. I got no problems tearing that spare transmission apart if you want. Hey Raw, actually we're just wrapping up, buddy. I appreciate you coming. Too bad we're finishing up here shortly, unless there's something you really need before we finish up, and then I can answer that or help you out if you need. I hope not too, Rings. I hope you sort it, but if you do need anything, let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments or something on one of my videos, or even on this video once it's posted for rerun. I promise I won't fucking delete this one like I did the last one by accident. Welcome though, Raw. Like I said, we're going to do it 2 o'clock every Sunday. We did some shop donuts. We did an engine change. We had some good fun. We had a good time. So I hope everybody had a good time, and I hope I'll get better at these fucking things as we go. Just bear with me. Obviously, sometimes I get a little bit of grief at the beginning. I'm sure you've probably seen there's probably 3 fucking videos before I got it streamed properly. But we'll get better as we go. Soon gonna move that hoist in the middle of my shop for the winter time, so it gives me more real estate to do shop testing. Shop testing. Appreciate that, Rob. I know you've only been here for a minute, but if you get a chance to smash the like button before we end, it'd be super appreciated. I know that I don't get many likes on these lives. People tend to watch the reruns more than the live stream, which is cool too. On that note, I think we're gonna. Oh, sweet, thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, buddy. I think I'm gonna end her there, and I wish everybody a great rest of your Sunday, and have a good Nitro weekend, and hopefully everybody has an eventful week without any grief. Hope everybody's health is good, and look after yourselves. All right. Take care.